everybody, and welcome to yet another much needed video. I just want to say I hope you've been enjoying your summer. I've been really busy traveling all around with my sibling this past month, so I haven't kept up with Cindy much, but oh boy, there are things to be discussed. So if you've been MIA like me and need to know what's been going on with her recently, this video is for you. Since my last video where Cindy hard launched her new man, who just so happens to be yet another absolutely perfect partner thrown in front of her by the universe, we found out that his name is Ted. Before he could even appear in another vlog though, people found out his Instagram, because neither he nor Cindy are very smart and he followed her on her public profile, which is kind of funny considering Cindy said this in her members vlog.
Anyway, I had a wonderful weekend hanging out with my new guy, and I can't wait to introduce you guys to him. He is totally cool about being on the vlog, being in pictures. He does not give a fuck. I talked to him about it. I told him what the deal was. I told him about the haters. I told him about what happened to Limbs, what happened to Andrew, and he's like, good luck trying to fucking find me. He doesn't have social media or anything, so he does not care. He is like totally cool with being on here.
While his Instagram didn't have much interesting to see, his followed hashtags definitely raised the brow, especially considering how Cindy is. And it's just funny how people become public figures or start dating public figures that they don't quite realize what is and isn't private on their social media. And you know what? I just kind of found it funny. Anyway, when it comes to the following vlogs, let's just start with the whole new personality. Courtesy of Cindy's new boyfriend, Cindy has adopted an entire new biker girl, smoking, drinking, trashy personality. Even over her constant reassurances that she no longer has favorite person and that her BPD is basically asymptomatic now, anyone can clearly see that Ted indeed is Cindy's new favorite person, whose personality and interest she's copying and making her whole world. While, of course, claiming this is totally different to her last relationship and everything is just okay.
One thing I wanted to address really quick though is a lot of people seem very concerned that Ted and I are spending so much time together, and we are. We're pretty much seeing each other every single day, and I fucking love it. I'm having a blast with this guy. He is wonderful. He likes being with me. I like being with him, and I'm just going to keep spending time with him as much as I can. Now, when we first started dating, I was kind of trying to get not too attached because I knew he was going to be going on the road in just a couple weeks, and he was supposed to leave next week and go on one of his traveling jobs. But he has decided to take a local job so that he can stay here and we can still see each other, fun, and getting to know each other, and it's fucking fantastic. I have never had a connection like this with somebody in probably 15 years, and it's making me very happy and adding something really wonderful to my life that I didn't even know I really wanted or needed. My last relationship ended and I was like, yeah, I don't want to date for a year or two. That's how I felt at the time, and I'm sure everyone can relate to like having their heart broken and saying like, I'm done with men, I'm never going to date again, I'm not dating for a year, whatever. After 4 or 5 months I started to feel better. I met somebody wonderful, and I will never apologize for that. None of my BPD stuff has really come up yet since I've been with him, but it is still very new. Maybe things will, but I feel like he's so super supportive and sweet and understanding that if anything weird did come up, he would support me, giving me what I need, giving me space if I need it, just being there for me, helping me through it. Like, this is a different kind of relationship than I've ever had before.
See guys, Cindy just happened to meet two men who were both completely perfect and made for her and made her the most comfortable out of everyone she has ever met, until she breaks up and moves to another cosmic 1 in a million chance lover. I have to say, Ted is definitely not as grating and obnoxious as Lim was, but at least in my personal opinion, he's painfully simple and kind of slow and genuinely seems very easily manipulated. And as we know, that is Cindy's speciality. Look, I'm not saying he's slow as in developmentally slow, but there is definitely something a little bit off. And that would be fine if Cindy wasn't exactly the type of person to take advantage of someone like that. Watching them together and watching Ted's reactions to anything is just kind of entertaining, to be honest. So at least they have that going on.
Well, so we'll get to Bismarck, we'll stop up there, we'll have a cigarette once we come down, we'll go up and down the mountain.
Yeah.
And then it's probably like 15 miles to Bismarck. I'll have to get gas so we can get like a soda or something.
Okay.
Most of Cindy's recent vlogs are this slightly trashy, slightly embarrassing mix of smoking, drinking, partying, Ted dunking his head in various bodies of water, and also going on trips.
We're gonna meet downtown, and then we're gonna share a car and go to the bowling alley. So wish me luck, guys. I am super looking forward to this. I really like this guy, and I know we're gonna have a great time. I will let you know how it goes. I am a little bit worried. I want to give the whole bowling alley a show when I bend over in this dress, but you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. My ass looks great. Let me see. That looks ridiculous. It fits you though.
Yeah, it feels kind of good too.
We're about to eat the brats with some Grey Poupon, and Ted got some Pringles, and I said I would eat 3 Pringles. Oh no, 4 Pringles barbecue. Okay, so the sausages are really good, and I'm gonna try one of these barbecue flavored Pringles. Smells really good, actually. How is it?
Really good.
Yeah.
Like 3 books on Hitler.
Wow.
The Hitler file, Hitler's generals.
Wow.
Hitler's elite guard at war.
That's something. Wow, look at this. Is that a bearskin rug?
Yeah.
Wow, that is something. I've got my gigantic sunglasses on because Ted is about to take me on a ride on his bike. We gotta check the air pressure first. I'm about to get on it, guys, after he gets into the gate. All right, here we go. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think I'll be all right. Yeah, you look windblown. Where are we?
Oh, Jack Mountain.
We're on Jack Mountain. But I love riding the bike. It's really, really fun. It's like more fun than I expected it to be. And I feel really safe on it with Ted.
We're taking a big loop through the country in the hills.
Yeah, a big loop through the country. You ready to go?
Yeah, you are.
Yep, let's go. You look so cute. Your hair is just like swept back.
From the wind, just
Yeah.
blowing it.
And of course, no helmets, because who cares about safety? We're already driving without glasses that we're supposed to be driving in, as we know. Cindy isn't exactly a fan of driving safely, so I'm not surprised.
Ted is going to take me to this place out on Highway 7 that he knows where we can go swimming, and we're going to grill and just have a really nice afternoon. This is our last weekend together before he has to start his new job. He's starting on Monday. So we've been spending the past several weeks together just all the time, having so much fun. It's been great. But vacation is just about over, and we have to get back to the real world, or at least he does. I don't know how to be a biker girl. But I'm going to try to wear my hair like this and hope it holds. Now we're about to pack up the bike with all of our food and shit and hit the road. And I think we got everything. We're ready to go. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm starving. We also got some water in there. The cicadas are so loud. Oh my god. In the middle of the day.
Yeah, usually around like dusk is when they start coming out and getting real loud.
Yeah. We're going downtown.
Going to Park Avenue.
We're going downtown through Bathhouse Road and through Park Avenue. And yeah, I'm holding the camera while I'm on the back of the bike. Okay, yeah, we are on Bear Creek.
Maybe, yeah, you definitely don't want your shoes.
Ooh, is it gross?
Maybe like it's kind of muddy.
Oh, I don't know if I want to get in that, honestly. He's gonna stick his head in it. No, I can see your ass crack. Oh,
Man, it's like super muddy bottom.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting in there.
Yeah, we would just get our socks and boots, like.
All gross and like.
We didn't bring a towel.
Yeah.
Do both sides or just one side?
Yeah, I think do both sides. You like it? You got mustard on your face. It's still there. It's gone now. A mouse pad, Hot Springs National Park baseball. What?
Yeah, like they used to do spring training for baseball here, so all the baseball players would take bats and walk the trail.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then
right. I've
over
read
there
about
where
that.
we came down the mountain, that's where they would practice and play their games.
Oh wow. And it's on like stairs? I don't know. Ted said he's gonna stick his head in it. I know it's so hot, you guys. I'm all sweaty and gross. I don't even care anymore at this point. You gonna stick your head in it? Go for it. Oh my god. He's literally sticking his face into this thing. Back in the day, on the wall here, I love this stuff.
You can take the stairs, but only to the top.
Oh, I don't want to take the stairs.
Sure.
Yeah, we could take the stairs. That's gonna be terrifying.
14 flights.
Yeah, I'm not taking 14 flights of stairs up. We're gonna wait for the elevator. So beautiful. And they have like these, I don't know, binocular things you can look through, but they don't work worth a shit.
You gotta put 2 quarters in it.
Yeah. My head's getting all sweaty out here in the sun, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
It's sweaty.
Yes, my head's getting sweaty.
Yeah, this one right here, that's West Mountain.
It's not that hot. It was just so hot in that room that I got all sweaty. And then once I start sweating, like I can't stop. My head is just gonna be soaked with sweat now. It sucks.
You should walk the trails.
No, I'm not walking the trails now. There's this big old bathtub out here. It was probably from the bathhouses.
Really comfortable.
Okay, I'm driving. I gotta stop filming. Should've got you to do that, Ted.
You should have.
And of course, we're driving and filming at the same time as well.
Well, you want more cheese than you want salsa. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I've never seen anybody do that in my life.
You've never seen anyone dance like me last night either.
And we are getting ready to go out. We're going to Oakland tonight. But first, I want to give Ted a present that I bought for him. I've been holding it because I bought him 2 things and the other one hasn't arrived yet. But fuck it, I want to give it to him now. Also, he liked his Stay Sharp thing and he painted the cactus flower yellow and he's going to paint the cactus green. And it's made of wood. You liked it?
Yeah, I like it. I'm hanging in my house.
Awesome. So here we are, guys. We got the lamp. And it is majestic out in the sunlight. It's a thing of beauty. It's a work of art.
It only has 4 holes, so I can only get 3 more danglers.
Oh, only 3 more danglers? Just start dangling random shit off of it.
Going back to only second actual vlog that Ted appeared in, published on 1st of July, Cindy got herself into yet another controversy that is almost comparable to the infamous Mexican restaurant fiasco. And comparable it is, because she reacted pretty much the same way, but on that later. Let's see it. Warning for use of the R word and further talk about essay.
But this is the venue. All right, but we're going to get this cocktail line right now. Y'all, we just bought 2 Jack and Diet Cokes. $67 for 2 Jack and Diets. We can't even afford to get drunk here. We got raped.
Yeah, now fans were pretty much in two minds about this. One side was disgusted by such flippant use of such a loaded, serious word, thrown around and laughed at by Cindy and Ted, while the other side of people took the "people are too sensitive nowadays" stand. Personally, I'm not someone who's triggered by this word or has much personal association with it, but the use of it in this instance and the natural, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl way it was thrown around just really weirded me out. Just a very strange way to say you got ripped off. I've never heard anyone use that word in that sense, or to use it this lightly in general, so it definitely left a bitter taste in my mouth. And many people commenting and sharing their opinions definitely had very valid points. Cindy also did not help herself with this being her initial reaction to one of the first comments criticizing the use of our word. If this doesn't give the exact same vibes as her "I don't care" reaction to people being disgusted by her behavior in the Mexican restaurant, I don't know what does. Or that to prove that she hasn't changed at all in all the time. Some of the commenters had this to say: "Please don't say things like raped to describe overpaying for drinks or in any other nonchalant way. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a UK viewer, but you've made me feel really uncomfortable by you saying that so casually. Not trying to censor you in any way, but please be mindful of your position and your words. You're both utterly awful for making jokes about such a traumatic thing. You want so much sympathy from the internet about your illness and trauma every time you find your life blows up in your face again, yet will speak lightly of SA. It's genuinely so hard to go through terrible trauma and not have empathy for others who do as well, yet you seem to have managed to do just that. Don't usually comment, but the word you used for overpaying for drinks is weird. Why was this man's immediate reaction to being ripped off to use words like that? Red flag vocabulary right there. I very rarely leave negative comments, but the fact that this video was edited while presumably sober and the SA joke comparison was left in is super disappointing. Also, a man making the comment is a huge red flag, and a woman going along with it is even more disturbing. I hope Cindy will look at the comments and realize how hurtful this was and learn from them rather than the typical "people are so sensitive." Yes, people are sensitive about sensitive topic. Oh babe, you sweet summer child, you have no idea. As a survivor, the comment at 10:17 is disgusting to me. Using the R word like that is crazy. Any guy who uses the word rape so freely like some 13-year-old in a Call of Duty chat lobby is not a great sign of character. At best, it shows major immaturity. I say this respectfully. My cousin has been through SA to the point where she's now unable to have children. I was there for her in the darkest moments. That comment I really didn't expect from you, Cindy, even if it was a joke. I may have not been the one to endure it, but I was the person to listen, save her from unaliving herself, and prevent her from turning to drugs to cope. It is a traumatic experience and should never be used as a butt of a joke. I think Emma, clock out. Please be more careful with your language. Some of your viewers have been through that, and don't laugh what they've been through being compared to an inconvenience. I am disappointed in you, Cindy. Shame on you for following his lead. It's very unsettling when people make jokes about rape, especially when those people are men. In my opinion, someone who makes jokes about rape sees it as something non-serious and they'll use it in their daily vocabulary so nonchalantly. I would not feel safe around someone like that at all. I don't think any of the SA survivors watching your videos will appreciate you using such a word to describe something as trivial as overpaying for drinks. Cindy probably sees no issue though, right? Why bother apologizing for tasteless and gross behavior when you're perfect and everyone else is the issue? And we will most definitely see the sentiment in the apology video later. That saying you got R-worded on drinks you parting it is quite frankly disgusting. Shame on you. Long-time viewer, been here since the beginning and even longer with your Sims content. So no, deep down you don't mean harm. But also as a rape survivor, the rape jokes were hurtful. Nothing about the subject is funny, no matter the context, and it's baffling that people use it so loosely. Saying it and laughing about it is one thing, and I know people make mistakes, but I have at least hoped you'd have the mind to go back and edit it out after having seen people's concerns. To know you stood there, heard it, laughed, and thought it was so funny that you needed to not only reiterate, but keep it in the vlog after hours of editing really sucks. And as of me making this video, the sequence is still in that vlog, by the way. But hey, it was a short clip and not the worst thing someone could say, right? So any normal person would just apologize straight away and move on. Maybe make a video or even a quick community tab post. Something as short as simple as, Hey guys, I'm sorry for the use of R word in my recent vlog. I obviously meant no insult, and I'm sorry to anyone who got taken back by hearing it out of the blue or had unpleasant thoughts because of it. I genuinely did not realize that one word could have so much weight and could hurt, and will definitely reflect and try to be more thoughtful of my language. Would just have sufficed, right? I never understand why YouTubers can't just be as open, genuine, and no bullshit with their apologies. As you can imagine, and as was the reaction after the Mexican restaurant, Cindy did not choose this mature, easy way out. Instead, she made a very passive-aggressive video apology, which she also for some reason grouped with a message to the chronically online. Yeah, it was as bad as you are imagining right now, and it's really the most passive-aggressive and arrogant we've seen Cindy in a long time. So let's have a look.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little short and sweet. I just wanted to come on here and kind of address a couple of issues. So the first thing I want to talk about is my recent video where Ted and I went to the Pixies concert and we paid $67 for 2 rounds of drinks, and we used a word to describe overpaying for drinks that upset a lot of people. This was kind of surprising to me. Like, obviously if I would have known that this would have upset so many people, I wouldn't have used the word, or I would not have obviously put it into the vlog.
Yeah, starting an apology video seeming pretty much pissed that people are upset is really weird. Saying things like, it was surprising to me, or obviously I wouldn't put it in if I knew, is just not a great start, and the attitude ain't helping either. But don't worry, it gets worse.
Let me start by saying that I myself am a victim of sexual abuse, so I do understand the pain and trauma that comes with that. This is not something I've ever talked about publicly, nor will I ever talk about publicly, but it is something I have experienced firsthand in my own life. So I do have empathy for people who have gone through something similar.
Well, isn't that convenient? I'm not really doubting that Cindy speaks the truth here, since I don't think even someone as fucked up as her would lie about something like this. But this 100% gives the vibes of, actually my husband is black, so I can't be racist vibes. Something very off about acting like just because you yourself went through SA means you couldn't possibly hurt others when it comes to it, or be ignorant of it. It really makes it feel like by saying it, Cindy thinks she should be left off the hook, and I firmly believe that in this instance, she should have just kept it to herself instead of using it in her apology as some kind of leverage.
And the last thing I ever want to do is hurt anyone who's gone through that. I don't want to hurt anyone at all, in any way, ever. I don't want to hurt my viewers. I don't want to hurt my haters. I don't want to hurt anyone in the world ever again. We have all been hurt enough. If you watch this video and you were genuinely hurt or upset by my words, I just want to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. I feel like that's the right thing to do, because that was never my intention. We were not trying to invalidate victims of sexual abuse or belittle them or make light of their experiences at all. It was just a stupid word that we used to describe overpaying drinks, and neither of us thought anything about it, obviously, or I wouldn't put it in the vlog. I am truly sorry if it upset or genuinely hurt anybody out there. I really am.
Finally, this is almost word for word what Cindy said in the response to her being racially insensitive and ignorant in the Mexican restaurant. We didn't think anything of it. It's just not an excuse. It just says you were not thinking. It says you're not a person who consciously thinks about people around you and not just in real life. This would be kind of understandable if this just happened in real life in the flow of things, but this was you filming yourself for an audience. You knew and were aware that this was going out to many people, and like others have said, you edited it. You seriously listened to that clip and edited it and thought it was fine to post, which kind of makes you doubly ignorant. It shows that without someone else holding your hand or slapping it and saying, oh, that was bad, you cannot comprehend what you said was wrong. And no matter how many times you say you didn't mean harm, intent does not equal impact.
I know everybody is in a different place in their healing journey, and you may be in a place where that triggers you, and I'm sorry for that. It's the last thing I ever want to do. At the same time, I do believe that if you want to be happy, you can't go through life just being outraged and triggered and offended by everything that you see or hear. Like, you are the only one who can make you feel anything. And that was like one of the most important lessons that I've learned in my journey. My mental health improvement journey up to this point. The most important thing I did was to take responsibility for my own emotions and my own feelings, and realize that nothing anybody says or does can impact me if I don't let it. For so long, I lived in a victim mindset. I thought everything was happening to me, everything was somebody else's fault. When I got upset, it was because they did something bad to me or they said something I didn't like. And that was a fucking shitty way to live, man. And when I took responsibility for the way I feel, when I took responsibility for my own emotional regulation and well-being, and didn't let anything anybody else said impact me, then it made my life so much better. And I wish the same for everybody out there. I really do. No one can make you feel anything but you.
This woman really just said, it sucks that you're like sensitive and stuff, but it really is like your fault and you should just stop being in victim's mindset. Oh my god. Not this create your own reality, just stop being depressed bullshit from her self-help guru videos. This is such a weird ass, unrealistic, delusional delusional mindset that I honestly don't know what else to say. The fact that she let this out of her mouth and does not hear the absurdity of it in an apology video is insane. It truly is like if Cindy came to you and punched you in the face, and when you looked back at her holding your broken nose, she said, "Oh, your nose is broken. That isn't my problem or fault. No one can make you feel anything but you." Let's see what else she has to say.
I made a mistake, didn't realize that it would hurt or upset anyone, or obviously I wouldn't have done it. Of course, that's not my intention ever on my channel. My intention is just to share my life, the fun things I do, my mental health journey, and just my life. And I know that being a content creator, sometimes me just existing pisses people off. A lot of people don't agree with my lifestyle, they don't agree with my choices, and that's fine. I don't need them to or want them to. I'm not the creator for everybody.
Yes. Let's manipulate and twist people genuinely being upset with you for, once again, being ignorant, not apologizing right away, and instead being arrogant and trying to hold you accountable to what you share with your large audience into just freaking haters, man. Haters hating everything I do. That's just being a content creator, just dumb lame trolls hating on every little thing I do. Like lying, manipulating, being insensitive, being ignorant. Ugh. Can't you be a shitty person online without people criticizing you for it these days? Get a grip, Cindy.
So the second thing I want to talk about today, though, is I feel like this is a good time to address this because I've seen this so much in my comments over the past couple days to weeks since I posted that video.
No. This really is not a good time to address that, Cindy. Right after your so-called fucking apology for nonchalantly laughing at rape like a joke, really ain't the best time to address this. Believe it or not.
Are the people who make hating someone online like their full-time hobby, their full-time job, their whole life. I see people that is what they do.
Oh, hey. Hello, that's me, right? Oh my god, is Cindy Senpai really taking about little old me? I mean, I'm totally making hating on Cindy my full-time job in my life. I don't have a job, hobbies, aspirations, dreams, tons of other things going on in my life that I'm working on. Nah. Honestly, Cindy is like 100,000% my main focus. So let's see what message she has for someone like me.
I don't think they have any other life or hobbies or anything. I think this is just genuinely what they do for entertainment possibly, but also because I feel like it gives them a sense of superiority, a sense of power. Maybe they feel that they could have agency over someone else's life because they feel powerless in their own lives. That's what I personally believe it is. But there could be any number of reasons that these people do this.
This is good. But you know, Cindy is right. I don't spend hours of my day in the gym, walking my dog, pursuing my creative work, watching documentaries, going out on trips, rearranging my place, or doing things with my partner. Neither do people on the snack subreddit. From what I heard, they definitely don't have families and jobs and complex lives, with Cindy being only a tiny little fun part of it. And you know what, Cindy? It definitely does give me a sense of superiority to be someone shedding a light on a shitty human being masquerading as a mental health, self-help guru, and just a cute little relatable queen on YouTube and gaining money from gullible people because of it. Yeah, but I wouldn't really say I feel powerless in my life. I don't really have many things that make me powerless, like, I don't know, alcohol addiction I do nothing about, ED I do nothing about, uncontrolled personality disorder I do nothing about. No, that does not track. It does sound like someone else though.
But it's people like this and this who have already decided that my apology would never be good enough. It's too little too late. I hearted somebody's comment who said I shouldn't apologize, so now my apology is worthless. Like, these people have already decided to hate me, and that's fine. I don't need their validation or approval, but I do want to talk about this strange phenomena of people who latch onto content creators solely to hate them.
Firstly, nice job putting people on blast without blurring their names. I'm fucking nobody, and I still try to blur commenters' names when I can, because people can be crazy. Especially your most loyal fans. But let's forget that. Let's focus on the comments themselves. The truth is, these people didn't already decide they hate you. They just know you. They know your patterns, which have been pretty solid ever since I've been watching you personally, and so they rightfully deducted what is actually happening right now. They were right to see that your apology is too little too late, because it always is with you. When something happens over and over and over again, it kind of turns into a pattern that you can predict, like you facing backlash for anything, really. First, you impulsively react with this "I don't give a shit" attitude in a comment. You like a few comments saying how sensitive people criticizing you are and how people should just shut up. Then you go silent for a few days instead of addressing it in a calm manner straight away. Then you come back a few days later with an apology apology. Again, this isn't the commenter deciding not to give you chance before you can do anything. It's them seeing and correctly predicting patterns. The second commenter is also just pointing out the truth. I'm going to use my metaphor again so you can understand. You punched me in the face. By accident, let's say. You don't feel sorry though, because you're angry. I'm upset with you for it. Someone else comes along saying I probably deserved it. You agree with them. Then when I tell others what you did and you come to me to apologize, I already know your apology doesn't mean shit. You're only apologizing because you want others to get off your back. I saw you agree with the person about me deserving it. Just like in this situation, why the fuck would your apology mean shit if you already showed what you really think by liking comments and saying how sensitive and stupid people being upset with your comments were? Screw you, Cindy. Honestly, your gaslighting skills really are something.
And what I've observed about this, and it's not just me, they do this to many other creators. Most other creators have some kind of community like this around them. And what I have realized about this is that these people are making a choice. You are making a choice to sit here and watch someone that you clearly do not like or agree with.
Reacting to this feels a little redundant, but I will do it anyway. I say this in most of my videos. These haters Cindy talks about are for the most part ex-fans. People who latched onto Cindy because they liked her, which was fine, but as she published more content and exposed more of herself and her true self, they became disillusioned with her. Most of us truly are just ex-PleasantSims fans who feel lied to, manipulated and hurt, but who we thought was a great person. So yeah, we are making a choice to watch you, maybe because some hope you will end up turning it around, maybe just to warn others to not be fooled like we were. But trust me, Cindy, not every creator has this community, only those who actually have problematic aspects to them. Some people just get pissed off at problematic, shitty people having platform and financially gaining from being shitty. What a surprise.
And also I want to say this is not in relation to the apology that I made earlier. That is a genuine apology to anyone that I've hurt. This is kind of like a separate general issue, okay? Not necessarily related to the concert video.
Yeah, totally. That's why it's in the same video. You definitely did not think most of the people who criticize you for it are these haters. Believe you. Totally.
This is just something that I've observed in my own world as a content creator. So you are making a choice to sit here and watch someone that you clearly don't like, that you hate, that makes you so angry that you will leave hundreds of hate comments and go onto forums and talk about it. And you are making a choice to stew in your own misery and offense and outrage. Like, what kind of life is that, man? I just don't. I do kind of understand it. I do. You feel like you're part of a group, like this group of people who hate the same person. You feel like you're part of something. You've got little inside jokes. You've got, you feel like you're part of a group. And as humans, we love to feel like we're part of a group. We're part of a tribe. Makes us feel included. I understand that completely. But these groups of people who come together solely to hate and dislike and just keep like stewing in this misery and pain and hatred, I'm so sorry for you. I really am. That is a choice that you were making for your life.
Cindy, my dude, babes, I don't stew in hate and anger and misery. I'm half amused by you and half just annoyed that you keep dragging these poor fools who are your loyal fans along without them seeing who you really are. Your Snark subreddit is one of the funniest places on Reddit where people share opinions and are entertained a lot by your ridiculousness. And yeah, I am happy to be part of a group who bring awareness to lying, manipulating narcissists who also kind of is a BPD spokesperson, even if you don't claim to be one, giving the illness even worse name that it already has. I am glad to be part of a group of people who are not as parasocially obsessed with you and manipulated by you as to pay for your content or even send you gifts. So don't be sorry for us, Cindy, because there is no pain or misery or hatred. We are the ones who actually feel sorry for you and your audience and your victims.
You can make a choice to get off your phone and go outside and enjoy your life like I'm gonna do.
The bitchiness and sassiness and I'm so much better than you vibes are really with us in this video, huh? Cindy, look at you, because of course anyone criticizing you doesn't have a life. That is such a cop-out fucking statement. Genuinely kinda just boring and uninspired. Of course anyone not worshipping you doesn't leave their house. I could name all the places I traveled in the last month alone, all the fun things I did, my life's achievements, but you know what? I shouldn't have to explain myself or mention any of that to be able to criticize someone like Cindy. And even if all the people who speak against her live in their parents' basement and have nothing else to do, they would still be doing the right thing, speaking against someone shitty. So Cindy, bitch, don't worry about me. I can go outside and enjoy my life and expose you at the same time. I can multitask. I'm a multifaceted human being. Thank you very much.
We create our own reality based on our own beliefs and perceptions, and I will never stop saying that because it is fucking true. And so if you're living in a place where you're constantly outraged and upset and pissed off and brigading online, you might want to look inside yourself and ask yourself why that is, and if you're really happy doing this, is it, what are you really getting out of this?
What am I getting out of this? The knowledge that I might show at least one person living in the illusion that you are a lovely, genuine human who they can relate to your true self and stop them from wasting their money and time on you? Yeah, that would be it. Or feeling of job well done when I compile the evidence of abuse against your ex-partner to show any possible future person that will stop them from getting abused. That too.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I try to atone for them when I can. I try to take responsibility when I can. But I'm just a regular person. You know, I'm nothing special. I'm just a regular person who has lots of problems, lots of trauma, lots of struggles, and I'm working my way through my life, and I'm sharing that. And I get that it's going to upset people. But the people who are just chronically online with this hatred, man, I really hope you can turn it around for yourself because it's fucking sad.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You take accountability when people in the comments or people like me force you to take accountability. When your audience drags you while you're screaming and kicking your feet towards accountability. People are not upset you are showing your life. No one is upset at you for making your little videos. People are upset about you promoting dangerous diets, lifestyles, at you lying, at not you treating your dogs right, at you driving dangerously, you gaslighting and manipulating people around you, at you hiding the extent of the abuse you put your partners through before you were forced to take accountability. People are upset at you lying about going to therapy and misrepresenting BPD. People are upset at you for making fun of Mexican food pronunciation and for making fun of starving kids in Ethiopia as someone who constantly orders food knowing they will not eat it and will throw it away. People are upset for you throwing around the R word like it's a joke for thousands of people to see. People are not upset that you are a human being sharing her life. People are upset at the shit human being actions you put out there and that you dare to bitch at us for daring to speak up. It's really fucking sad, Cindy, when you look at your past actions and your mentality, and I really hope you turn your life around.
I'm always going to do what I believe is right. I will never allow some random commenters to bully me into doing something insincere.
What is this video then? What is every single apology you have ever put out?
I'm not going to walk on eggshells on my own channel. I'm going to live in the way that I think is best, but I will obviously try to be cognizant of the language that I use so that I don't hurt anyone again.
I don't want my channel to be a safe place where people can expect respect, understanding and empathy. I mean, yeah, fuck. If a lot of people get upset, I guess I'll have to reel that in, but otherwise, fuck you. There really is a line between just being respectful and thinking of what impact the content you put out there for thousands to see might have on them and being some self-censoring loser who can't say anything. And it really isn't that thin of a line. It's actually a pretty big difference, but as we know, empathy does not come naturally to Cindy, so...
And to the people who want to dictate the way I live or other content creators live or bully us into submission to living up to your expectations, you can continue to fuck right off. This culture of faux outrage and canceling everyone who says something that you don't agree with or that hurts your feelings is ridiculous and insincere in my opinion. I won't pander to my audience and I won't cater to anyone else's agenda.
What in the right-wing buzzword hell was that ending rant? Fuck you and your expectations of me being a decent human being who sees and accepts their mistakes. Fuck you for expecting respect and empathy. How dare you? These darn sensitive snowflakes these days can't even manipulate and abuse and gaslight and say slurs and shit these days without people wanting you to apologize or some shit. I'm sorry, I'm not a lefty by any means, but Jesus Christ, I'm just waiting for Cindy to take the trad wife turn because what the hell. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised. No matter Cindy's reassurances that the second part of the video where she addressed her chronically online haters had nothing to do with the first apology part of it, people did not take it well at all, and surprise, surprise, Cindy took the whole video down a little while later. You know, even if she was genuine and she meant her apology, it really does not look good to take down your apology video. Just doesn't exactly scream accountability and seriousness to me. There is another aspect of Cindy's content creator life that I'd like to discuss. Her other job, which is her second channel, or should I say her first channel, PleasantSims. You know, the gaming channel that started her career and enabled her to even live the life of lounging around, getting drunk, and not doing much besides deep cleaning her kitchen over and over again. As you might know, Cindy abandoned her channel, not for the first time, after her final separation from Andrew. She claimed that playing Sims was too triggering for her, since it all revolved around relationship, romance, cheating and making babies. That was pretty understandable and valid. She focused on her vlogging instead and all was good. Then Cindy was somewhat forced back into playing Sims by Lims, who saw the easy financial opportunity she was missing on. She tried to be active again and lasted a whopping 20 videos in the span of the last 9 months. Of course, after Cindy broke up with Lims, she hasn't made a video since. The thing is, there was another pretty major aspect of their Sims channel, and that was her live streams on Twitch, where a sizable number of people have been paying her for a monthly membership. Even though people have been paying her actual money for content, Cindy has been incredibly inconsistent in her streaming schedule, with constant cancellation for various believable or less than believable reasons, oftentimes cancelling on a very short notice. As you can see, recently, after Cindy posted this in her community tab, people have begun to finally open their eyes even on her Sims channel in regards to her lack of responsibility, work ethic, and just how gross it is that she keeps charging people money for nothing. It would have been perfectly fine for Cindy to just not stream or just be burned out and pause, but as we are constantly reminded, it is her job. You can't just not turn up to your work and expect to be paid. If Cindy was a decent person, she would have refunded the people paying for her lack of content, or at least somehow paused the memberships. Instead, she made no mention of this, nor expressed any understanding about how unfortunate it might be, and just gave lukewarm apology with no real explanation or plan as always. Those who watch Cindy for a while know what this is. Whenever Cindy is in a relationship, she usually completely abandons her audience and sometimes even her job, because she, like before, is making her partner her entire life. This time, people were definitely not happy in the comments, and she also lost a small number of subscribers. All this to once again show that not only does Cindy have no work ethic, pointing this out since she loves to praise herself on being a hard worker, or empathy, but more and more people see her for who she is. You cannot take money from people and constantly bail. You cannot ignore your audience and mistreat them forever. Originally, I was supposed to react to her another deleted video where she shared her diet and weight loss, but at this point, this video is far too long and I wouldn't be able to go into the detail I want to go into. So if my time will allow me and if I can muster the mental energy, the next video will be a deep dive into why Cindy's diet is so dangerous and unscientific. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing that. I know I planned on doing a more in-depth video about her diet once before, but getting all the background info and doing all the research with studies and everything is genuinely quite the task, so I haven't been able to get into that yet. Hopefully soon. And that is it. In short, what we learned in this video, Cindy is still Cindy. She found yet another man who seems absolutely perfect for her and might just be the one who she spends every single second she can with and revolves her life around. There's no more talk of therapy and workbooks. We are back into hardcore ED war, and Sims channel is no more because Cindy only focuses on it when she has no man in her life. From what we've seen, that seems like a perfect target to manipulate and wrap around her finger, though it's hard to say if his questionable jokes are because of his immaturity or something worse. Either way, all is as it always is in the Cindyverse. Just fine. I couldn't help to not include a short montage from a recent vlog where someone dared call the cops on Cindy and Ted's trashy looking asses, parking their bike on the grass, shouting and filming. Cindy is pissed off and keeps bringing it up for the entirety of the 20-minute vlog, and it's just hilarious. Oh, and as you watch, keep in mind that this is the guy Cindy loves discussing quantum physics with into the night. Just saying.
There she is in all her glory. Our chariot.
Yeah, ready to take us across the country.
Alright guys, so we made it to Gulf Gorge Campgrounds and we're going to set up shop over here at one of these little day-use picnic tables. We're going to go check out the other picnic spots and see if we can find something better because we're a little crowded over here. So there's another little parking lot down here. If you come to Gulf Gorge Campground, there's a huge day-use area here that you can come and picnic or grill or swim in the creek.
Here comes the park ranger babe.
Wonder why.
He's stopping.
Y'all are not going to believe this, but somebody called the park rangers on us and they just came out here and took our IDs and ran all our shit and told us that somebody called because we were riding the motorcycle on the grass and I was videotaping.
I didn't even have my driver's license.
Yeah, Ted didn't even have his driver's license on him. They were just like, gave us a verbal warning and told us to move the bike off the grass. I can't believe that. Somebody apparently got really upset by that and the fact that I was filming us grilling and called the park rangers on us. I just can't believe that. We weren't doing anything wrong. Man, what a day. Like, I don't know who we pissed off, but somebody didn't like the looks of us. I'm gonna have a cigarette because that was a little bit nerve-wracking. Wasn't it?
That was just weird. Like,
It was weird. Like, immediately, as soon as we pulled up, like, somebody must have called. Driving through the grass. I just can't believe somebody was so upset by that they called the park ranger.
I don't know why you ran all my ID and all that.
I don't know. Maybe we look like criminals. Also, I think we figured out who called the cops on us. I think it's this guy that's like camping back here because Ted said he saw the park rangers talking to him, and like he's like in a camper back there. And apparently, I guess we disturbed his peace with our loud motorcycle.
She had a bandana. She looked like an outlaw.
Apparently. Don't do it too loud. You might disturb that guy up there. He's gonna call the cops on us again. We were literally doing nothing wrong. I think even the park rangers thought it was stupid. Yeah, apparently that guy, we really upset this dude over here. That guy must have the park rangers on speed dial, man. I mean, they were hearing like, we had just gotten unpacked. Ted's going to throw our trash away. He's like, I'm gonna take off my shirt and really upset the families. Maybe the guy will call the cops again because you would have your shirt off, Ted. I'm still just shocked somebody called the police on us.
I think we're a biker gang.
I don't know. Yeah, they think we're like some kind of outlaw vagrant or something.
It's weird.
They're on LSD.
I can't believe one of their complaints about us was that I was filming. The park ranger said I can, so fuck them. That guy's sitting over there outside his camper just watching us, waiting for us to make a mistake.
They don't even have a spatula. Look at that, an American flag on that plate.
Ted and I are still appalled that somebody called the cops on us. Ah, you're pointing a knife at me.
Call the cops.
Call the cops.
Go through.
Call the cops. I got a warning from the police.
That's because I didn't have my ID on. I was off-roading.
You were. You horrible piece of human garbage, degenerate trash.
Vagrant.
Back here's the camping ground. Back there's the asshole that called the cops on us. Fuck you. Park rangers are patrolling to make sure we're not getting out of line again. Oh, you degenerate.
Oh, they're trying to call on us again.
Yeah, you're just out here waving a knife around.
Fucking knife just trying to cut his tongue. He needs help.
Probably gonna hang out for a little bit longer and then head back. We don't want to disrupt this guy's day anymore. Fucking asshole. It's been a fun time besides the fact that somebody called the fucking cops on us.